I was wondering what the delay was. Welcome everyone to uh, Progressive Discussions, Uncensored Saturday, Open Topic Talk. I'm your host, James P. Madonna, and I've been doing this since 2007. I want to welcome everyone. Uh, we are officially slightly past the middle of August, um, 2025, which means that the dog days of summer will gradually be leaving us, and the feeling of Labor Day weekend, and then eventually autumn, my favorite time of year, with my favorite holidays, will be upon us. Autumn followed by winter. I hate hazy, hot, and humid. I can handle dry heat like in the desert, but I hate humidity. I despise it. So, anyway, I just want to welcome everyone. We are live streaming on YouTube and Twitch, okay, from our YouTube channel, Progressive Discussions, and from Twitch, um, which is MegaLife21. I mean, I tried to change the name of the Twitch channel, but it won't let me. I don't know why, but that's okay. MegaLife21 is the first part of the mothership, so to speak, the organization, a flagship. That's when I first started, before there was a progressive discussion, which was named by my original co-host and mentor, the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman, and he came up with the words Progressive Discussions, and the YouTube channel is in his honor, in memory of my first co-host, partner, and mentor, the managing editor of Newsletter Censored, which is what my new Facebook group is named. And if you want to see all of the fine, detailed, hard-hitting truth, go to the Facebook group Newsletter Censored and join it. And you'll see lots of things there. Things that will shock you, blood-curdling, hard-hitting truth that will have you shivering in your timbers. I'm drinking my antioxidant-rich homemade iced tea with organic green tea and with matcha, as well as other antioxidant-rich herbs and fresh lemons in a 100% copper Moscow Mule mug, dimpled. You know how long it took me to find this on Amazon? Because all the others were a blend. They were not pure copper mugs. This one was pure copper. And guess what? I went back to see if it was still available. No, they don't know when they're going to return the products. They're out of stock. I don't know what's going on, but I'm glad I grabbed this one. It holds the cold temperature very nicely. And according to the famous Indian yogi, it does something to the molecules of even water. It turns it into a healthy drink. Okay. I originally was going to change the format and bring on the panel early. Bring on the panel, which could be guests, co-hosts, and people gave me the thumbs up signal, which I hate because that means they're too lazy to type. So if they agree with you or if they like what you say, they'll give you the thumbs up signal. So little did I know it was thumbs up my ass. So where the hell are they? You know, people are telling me, bring the panelists on early. Now what's going on? No, okay. Well, I'm going to bring on the Bernie Sanders rally, the most recent one, which is in West Virginia. I mean, I have a lot of hardcore red pill videos, but do you really want to hear complaints about modern day women all night? It's pretty redundant. Besides, I put them on the Newsletter Censored Facebook page. Let's see what this guy has to say. This guy's a dedicated Republican. Greetings, Comrade Madonna and Luigi. Hope you are well. I'm well. Luigi is my hero, as you well know. Okay. Now, before they show up, let me bring this. This is an example of how they're poisoning us with toxic foods, especially the fast food industry. Yeah, this is horrible. Yeah, but this is only one small example. You know, now you can't even eat supermarket beef from a big nationally advertised food company or any nationally advertised foods, do not eat, do not buy, do not eat. I don't use any nationally advertised anything because that's uh, big agra, uh, uh, pharmaceutical companies own some products that are not food related, and their goal is to cull the herd, is to, uh, in a sneaky way, depopulate the surplus mainstream masses because the oligarch feels that we, the people, the little guy, is using up too much of their natural resources. All right, so that is their objective. You could believe it, or you could say, you know, you're a crazy conspiracy theory nut, but I believe it's very true. All right. Okay. Now, before I play this, let me see what Tommy Carroll has to say. Let me see what Tommy Carroll has to say. Oh, the gentleman from Twitch. Oh no, you're not the. I hope you're not the one that's going to promote that other website there for gamers. Or is this my friend from Australia? Is this my friend from Australia? No, because you usually call me mate. No. What's Gucci? No, nobody said Gucci. He said Luigi. Luigi is the assassin that bumped off the CEO of United Healthcare, the vigilante. Luigi is the vigilante. Do you agree? Tommy Carroll says, "Do you agree that Maduro from Venezuela has turned out to be a wonderful president for the people?" Well, I don't know really what's going on down here with him, but um, if Maduro is like uh, Mexico's former president Obrador and the current one, the wonderful, I love this woman, Claudia, the current president of Mexico, if he's any way like them and an honest, decent, compassionate, democratic socialist like they are, then I think he's doing a fantastic job. But if he turned out to be corrupt, like unfortunately many Latin American governments and even governments in Southeast Asia, from uh, for, third world countries or second world, whatever you want to call them, poor countries like the Philippines. If it's anything like that, forget about it. Total corruption. So I don't know enough about him, but I think I think you know where I stand. A lot of bots on Twitch nowadays. Really, you know what TikTok has a lot of? It's infested with fake profile scammers. Fake profile scammers. And they're impersonating celebrities too. Oh, the Australian. Okay, yeah, you see, you don't want, there's another guy from Twitch that is promoting this gaming page. And, okay, I have to memorize your name. Harmadon. Harmadon. All right. How are you, sir? I hope everything is good. I know Australia is 12 to 13 hours ahead of me in time. I think Perth, Australia is 12 hours ahead. And Sydney, I believe, is 13 hours ahead. So it is Sunday morning in Australia. Socialism will never work. Yeah, because you're probably one of those, either one of those flag waving redneck capitalists that watches Fox News and believes everything that Republicans tell you about trickle down economics and all that patriotic mumbo jumbo bullshit. All right, so you can go to war for the military industrial complex, or you're a high income individual. You're in a high, you're you're part of the top 2% that is too cheap and greedy to pay your fair share in income taxes. Socialism works perfectly in the Scandinavian countries. Canadians are doing just fine. Don't believe the lying um, uh, right wing uh, American mainstream media propaganda. They're full of shit. It's all right wing propaganda. I'm caffeine crashing, but otherwise chilling. I love coffee. Are you a fellow coffee lover? I've been drinking this organic dark roast Peruvian Chanchamayo coffee. And believe me, I could taste the difference between organic coffee, high end organic coffee, and non organic. Now, unfortunately, the coffee bushes are very heavily sprayed with pesticides, like, God forbid, the Monsanto's Roundup, the infamous Roundup, heavily sprayed. So I only drink organic, but I could taste the difference. Another great dark roast coffee is Sumatra. Sumatra coffee is excellent, but I have to have coffee. I mean, when I get up, I have to. Calls redneck, but has zero proof. Well, who else? Who else votes Republican? The the people from the people that believe that a fertilized human egg is an actual baby. Meanwhile, a fertilized human egg is no more a baby than an acorn is an oak tree. It is only a potential life. It is not a life. All right. Uh, and also, uh, flag waving capitalist Republicans are also company sycophants. They're usually company brown nosers, ass kissers that would get on their hands and knees and suck off Jeff Bezos if it meant getting a promotion and a raise. Okay, I was in the Teamsters for 10 years, and I will never, ever be a company man. Every industry should unionize, and if it was up to me, the union workers would go to training camp and become militant and know how to kick ass and fight. I mean, fight for real. No, not give love taps. Right wing son of a bitch. Hi, James. This is Gabriel Solaya. Oh, you're on. Oh, how about that? You're on. You have a Twitch account. YouTube is doing it again. So that's why I'm here on Twitch. Okay, so listen. So it's not my streaming program. It's fucking YouTube that's doing this to you. I thought it was the streaming program, but no, it's actually YouTube that's doing this to you. But I'm glad to see you. Maybe you can You can upload a nice avatar or a photograph of yourself, so we can see your smiling face. But I'm glad you're here. Now, incorrect. I'm a survivor of the former Soviet Union. Okay, let me tell you, the Soviet Union was not based on the original writings of Karl Marx. The Soviet Union was a despotic, autocrat, military dictatorship, and they just used the word uh, Soviet Socialist Republic. Stalin was another uh, despot. He was another military dictator, and very cruel. Okay, these are not real socialists. Real socialists that are close to Karl Marx would be the wonderful Scandinavian countries that take care of their people very well, and the rich pay their fair share in taxes. Canada would be another example. And now the New Mexico. I'm so proud of their leadership now. You know. Now here is my brother from another mother, like no other. And when he talks, he's not Scatman Crothers. A fellow comrade, a fellow commandante, Ed Krasenstein from southwestern Florida. Good to see you here. I was going to play I'm going to play the Bernie Sanders rally um, soon from West Virginia, because I just have red pill stuff, talking about how lousy modern day women are, which they really are. But I don't want to bog down the show with too much red pill. The state of Alaska and all of those flag waving evangelical right wing religious zealots. You know what? Bristol Palin, does Bristol suck on the pistol, or does she suck on moose dick? Maybe that woman, Sarah Palin, and the other moron. Remember Barbara Bachman of Minnesota? They were dumber than a bag of rocks. Anyway, Ed, uh, if you have a Facebook profile, you would love my new left-wing progressive Facebook group called Newsletter Censored. That workers' revolution is just a long, drunk dream that will never, ever happen. You can say all you want, but it will never happen. Really, you ever hear of a very powerful weapon and tool of the consumer, of the mainstream population, known as boycotting? Um, just think of how powerful that would be if people would just suddenly stop buying all nationally advertised products of all kinds. Just that alone. And what about those that really respect the oath they took to protect and defend the United States Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic? What about the ones that want to fight for their First Amendment rights, utilizing the Second Amendment? Um, if there's an old saying in the United States: if there's a will, there's a way. Oops, who's that? Another Luigi? Oh my God, it's a Luigi copycat. You never use Twitch. Well, it's working. It's working. Organized religion is the biggest scam. None of it can be proven. These people are mentally ill. Jesse Ventura was correct when he said that organized religion is for weak-minded people, number one. And the late, great, my original mentor and co-host, the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman, said that he was defending church separation of church and state by saying that no religion should affect law because no one has been able to prove that their God exists, which is true. I mean, look at any religion. There's no evidence. I believe in science. I believe in hard evidence and proof. And this is one of the drawbacks and flaws of right-wing people is they don't bring anything to the debate table. They have no proof to bring to the debate table except shouting and trying to talk over you and name calling. They don't have the ability to debate because they have nothing but ideology. Okay, they are mentally ill. There's no proof, and that's it. There was this jabroni here. Yeah, you know, why don't you go on look up the Merriam-Webster's dictionary app and read your political definitions. They all have a different definition. Read the definition for capitalism. Read the definition for fascism, for socialism, for communism. They really have different definitions. So all of these flag-waving morons, products of inbreeding in the United States that vote Republican, they'll all say, you libtard, commie, pinko, socialist, blah, blah, blah. These brain cell deficient morons, they throw all the definitions into one, and they say it with one breath. Capitalism is the devil's economics. Capitalism was rigged for and by the top 1% to only serve the top 2%. And I'm not talking about 1% milk and 1% and 2% milk and whole milk. I'm talking, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the wealthy, the fat cats, the people that have been on a tax vacation since Ronald Reagan put them there. All right, jabronis, jumbalonis, Comrade Madonna, I'm too old for socialism. I still like my luxuries like toilet paper, electricity for clean water. Yeah, sure. Like you're trying to say that if it wasn't for capitalism, we would not have science and technology. Give me a break. Give me a break. Sarcasm never ends. That would never happen. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, never happened. Yeah, never happened. That's because you got money coming out of every orifice. That's why, people that are greedy and stingy, that don't want to pay their fair share in taxes because they simply don't care about poor people. They don't care about those living on a fixed income or low income people or what about your average working stiff that needs to go on maternity and paternity leave and the company won't give them much time to do so, and the benefits suck, and the health insurance plan sucks. I mean, my sister has a very good job, and her dental plan sucks. You know, but if you have what they have in Mexico now, that I hear even rivals Scandinavia, if you have paid university education and paid for universal health care where everyone is taken care of. Health care is supposed to be a right, not a privilege. My ex-wife was Colombian, or she is Colombian, and she said there's no more middle class. Um, if you don't have health insurance, they simply allow you to die quietly outside in the street in front of the hospital. And if you do have health insurance, the insurance company screws you over. They screw you over even though you're paying your premiums. That's what Republicans do. They don't want any consumer protection laws. They don't want anything. They don't want any labor laws. Bring back child labor. Um, no benefits, nothing. Starvation wages. They want to pay. They want to pay you chump change and chicken feed. And you greedy motherfuckers out there, you should be a fucking shame of yourself for being so selfish and stingy. You know what you people really are? You are. You might be narcissistic because they're very selfish, but you also might be sociopaths. Look it up in the dictionary. Look it up. Look it up. Oh, hold on. Luigi. Blah, 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 blah. Wait, what do you think? What is bullshit here? Wait, what did he? No, let me. I passed up. I passed up Ed because so many people are yapping out there. All right, hold on. Does Luigi have any friends in high places that can take care of business? If you know what I mean. You mean like wink, wink, nod, nod? I don't know. Wouldn't it be funny if a robotics company? Now, by the way, Elon Musk. I put a video of Elon Musk really bashing Donald Trump. I put it on the newsletter censored group, uh, and he was really hammering away at Trump. They're not friends anymore, and he regrets putting up the money for his campaign. And this is like the wealthiest man in the world, right? What if Elon Musk created an army of robotic Luigis, humanoid robotic Luigis, made to look like the Luigi from the Donkey Kong, you know, the Luigi and Mario brothers, whatever that made him look like that with the big mustache. And but these were like ninja warriors, all right, as humanoid robots. Wouldn't that be so cool? I think that would be really cool. All right. Yes, it was working, but I never. You got forgot what? Hey, I don't understand what you're saying, man. Yes, it working, but I never. You get it. I forgot it. Oh, please, Gabriel, slow down, relax. Here we go. Leftism has turned into the National German Party of World War II. No, it's a. What are you talking about? Leftism is is what Bernie Sanders and Our Revolution with Alexandria Ocasio Cortez and all that. That's leftism. Democratic socialism is leftism. Why are you putting together leftism with fascism? You're talking about fascism when you're talking about Nazi Germany. No, pay your fucking taxes. Listen, jabroni, I don't care. I don't care if you become a trillionaire. Pay your fucking fair share in taxes and stop being a cheap fuck. Unless you're one of those Eastern European Zionists that that have alligator arms. You know what I mean? Short arms and deep pockets. You're too cheap to pay your taxes, and you don't, and you're too selfish to care about the people that are in need and suffering. Yeah, sociopath. Pay your fucking taxes. I don't care if you're a trillionaire. Pay your fucking taxes. You want to have more than one private jet like that crazy TV evangelist, that prosperity preacher. You want to have more than one private jet? Not Joel Osteen, somebody else. Oh, by the way, I think Ed Krasenstein would agree. Prosperity preachers, like a lot of churches that are very wealthy, should pay taxes. You want to stick your nose into politics and try to influence laws? Guess what? Pay your taxes or shut your mouth. I don't care if these people have Lamborghinis and Rolls Royces and mansions and have a friggin' beach house, you know, on every great beach in the world. I don't care. I don't care if you have yachts in every marina. Pay your fucking fair share in income taxes. And don't put the burden on the middle class. This is the problem. The middle class is the backbone of the United States economy. It's supposed to be, but they're killing the middle class. The middle class is the real job creator. The middle class is the real consumer. Is the middle class, but they're killing off the middle class. It's shrinking. You know, the middle class should not have the tax burden. The mega rich should. And if you're a corporate, if you're a company brown noser that wants to suck the cock of all the multi-billionaires, then go ahead. Fucking cocksuckers! I can't believe these fucking people. Comrade Madonna, hate is not a creative force, only love. Yeah, well, tell that to the ICE, to the head of ICE and the dog killer, Kristi Noem, the Homeland Security people. Tell them about love instead of hate. And I can't. You know what's worse than a wicked person who's obviously wicked and evil. What's worse, and God despises them. It's called being a hypocrite. Being a hypocrite is worse. Being a hypocrite is worse. And Kristi Noem, by the way, who always preaches family values, traditional family values. Well, guess what? She's having a fling with somebody in Washington. She's cheating on her husband. She's cheating on her husband. James, anyone who calls you a comrade is a troll and should be blocked, and then they can go straight to hell. Yeah, you know what? I should block his ass. You're right. Well, I don't block his ass because I know him from a friend of mine, Ronald J. Tirio's beer and liquor review shows. So, but if it gets out of hand, putting us left-wing people down, then I may have to resort to that. Well, thank you for tag teaming with me, Ed. Women should be given no time off. Women should be given no time off when having a baby. They made a choice, and they should be forced to live up to those choices. Being a parent should not mean special privileges. You have a point. You have a point because a woman has options. She can get an IUD, or um, uh, like John Travolta said in Saturday Night Fever, an IOU. Hey, you're on the pill, birth control, your IOU. Anyway, yeah, either take birth control pills, get an intrauterine device, get a tubal ligation, make the guy wear a condom, which I despise, by the way. A woman has options. She doesn't have to get pregnant. And I know what you're saying. Why shouldn't an employer suffer for a woman who decides to get pregnant and not get an abortion and give birth to the child? It shouldn't be other people's problems that work for the company. But I understand. You know, when you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Have a great week. Again, he's calling me a comrade. Always enjoy your commentary. Well, at least he enjoys my commentary. Hey, good morning, Masumi from Chiba Prefecture, Japan. Good evening. Good morning to you, Masumi. It is now Sunday morning. Let me see. I'll tell you exactly what time it is in Japan. Let's see. Turning Japanese, I really think so. Turning Japanese, because I'm turning Japanese, I really think so. Oh, it is 9:59 a.m. Sunday in Japan. So good morning to you. Turning Japanese, I never use it. I forgot I made an account here. Well, it's a good thing your memory's working. You know, you could. I'm sure you can create an avatar, or you can put your photo right here. You can do it right here on this in this studio here. But I'm glad you're here, James. See all these trolls. Shut the hell up when faced with facts and reality. Yeah, once we razzle dazzle them with intelligent debating and evidence, all of a sudden they get quiet. You notice that too. All of a sudden they get quiet. It's 5:59. What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, you're talking. Oh, he's in Arizona. I'm sorry, Gabriel Celaya, Buckeye, Arizona, which is, I think, 20 minutes or a half hour west of Phoenix. So he would be. What would you be? Rocky Mountain? Are you Mountain Time or are you Pacific Time? You should be Pacific Time, right? Turning Japanese. Thank you, James, for your reply. You're very welcome, dear. Best viewers on. Here we go. There's the guy. Streambo my balls. Streambo my balls. He's always promoting this Streambo. Mountain Time. Really? Jeff Bozo Bezos, the man with the dildo-looking bald head. Jeff Bezos' mom can go straight to hell. Why? Did she sound like G.W. Bush's mother that said that the people sleeping on the New Orleans Superdome field are lucky that they have shelter, that they can sleep there, that they're lucky to be there? Did she say something about the poor? You know, he's got a real. You can tell he's a fucking dork. He's an ugly geek dork. He's probably a mama's boy. Most likely he had to be born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Had to be. Oh, she did. Oh, that's why you said go straight to hell, but she died. Oh. Here I'm talking about a dead woman. Yeah, well, you know what? Eventually, everyone has to meet their maker. Oh, yeah. All right. Let me show you what toxins we are getting from capitalist corporate America in the food industry.
Essentially sand. Their beef filling, they're not allowed to call it beef filling, they have to call it taco filling because
It's not beef?
the beef has silicone in it to make it fuller and more. Look it up.
I
Hold
don't.
Here's
on.
the
I don't.
ingredients. It's not in there.
Silicone dioxide, anti-caking agent. Now look that up.
Anti-caking agent to avoid clumping. In supplements, it's used to prevent the various powdered ingredients from sticking together. As many food additives, consumers often have concerns about
you
silicon
think?
dioxide as an additive.
Probably
Is it
fine.
safe?
Look at that. That's sand. See that? That's they put in there.
Also frequently found in health food nutritional supplements as an additive, silicon dioxide primarily functions as an anti-caking agent which prevents ingredients from binding together because it's not food. Duh. Why is it in there though?
36% beef.
Oh, it's only 36% beef in Taco
The
Bell.
other 64% is a wide range of fillers,
Cocoa
extenders.
People, please, when you buy seasonings in a supermarket, please learn to read the ingredients like I do. Read the ingredients. Oh boy, it's incredible. I never buy anything with ingredients that I cannot pronounce and understand. I always seek the most natural ingredients. I always try to buy certified organic and non-GMO products. And definitely don't get seasoning with anti-caking agent. Actually, the only grated Parmesan cheese that doesn't have the sawdust in it, the anti-caking, would be 4C. All the others have it. 4C brand is the only one that doesn't have it, and that's the one I get. Where is it? Where is the Bernie Sanders thing? What happened to Bernie Sanders? I had it right in front of me. Oh, is this it? Oh, here we go. I found it. Bernie Sanders. I hope I can. All right, I found it. It's the rally. The Fight Oligarchy rally. Let's see. All right, Ed Krasinski. You are showing Joe Rogan, who is a racist, right-wing propagandist, Trump supporter who can go to hell. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. But, evidently, he cares about what goes into fast food. So, it wasn't about Joe Rogan. It was about the fact that you're not getting much beef at Taco Bell. But that doesn't surprise me. You ever see the fake processed roast beef that they serve at Arby's when they make a roast beef sandwich at Arby's? It's horrible. It's like steakums. It's like buying chicken roll or luncheon meat or what the hell is that again? Yeah, turkey roll, chicken roll, the fake chicken nuggets from McDonald's, or all byproducts. And I will never get nationally advertised hot dogs. Talk about mystery meat. Talk about roadkill. Talk about byproducts. I never get it. What I do is I prefer to go to a Polish or German butcher. I mean, a place where they smoke the sausages. They make their own kielbasa. Okay, and get freshly made. If I want frankfurters, get freshly made frankfurters or knockwurst or something like that, or get the kosher all beef frankfurters, certified kosher. But it has to be quality meat, and there is no comparison to a high quality meat or sausage or frankfurter or whatever. I get chorizo that is, instead of hot dogs, I've been buying the Argentine style chorizo, which is very mild. It's not spicy, and it's pinkish, like a knockwurst or a frankfurter, and I get those. So yeah, we all know what Joe Rogan is, but I'm just, Joe Rogan is a steroid injected right wing psychopath. What about the fat right wing psychopath from Texas? Infowars, whatever. That guy got in big trouble, right? Uh, the Connecticut shooting victim suing him. Alex Jones, right? He's the fat version of Joe Rogan. Now, isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing how, what the fuck is going on here? Something is, something was blocking me from bringing up Bernie Sanders' rally. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I don't like that one fucking bit. Shit. Really pisses me off. Alright, see what's going on here? Well, we're gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to curse on my phone and find out what's going on. What the fuck happened to my co-host? All right, we're back. Yeah, he's a piece of shit, man. Alex Jones. I bet he loved that when the Governor Abbott, the gimp Abbott, hey Abbott, put razor wire instead of regular barbed wire at the Rio Grande River, huh? I bet he loved that idea. I bet he loves the idea that Christy Cunt Noam and the head of ICE, who actually looks like Elmer Fudd, if you take a good look at him, I bet he loved the idea of them racially profiling people with brown skin. Okay, people that are here working hard and have not committed any crime. What Republicans will tell you is that, being here illegally is a crime. Okay, who's going to clean the offices? Who's going to do all the dirty jobs that Americans refuse to do? Who's going to work on farms and pick produce from a farm in the hot sun? Who's going to do that? You think Americans are going to work in a factory? Americans, especially younger generation Americans, they're not going to work in a shithole job like that. I don't care what Kristi Noem was saying that, they're going to take all the people collecting the welfare and the Medicaid and all this stuff, and they're going to stick them in all these shitty jobs. Yeah, right. Especially younger generation Americans who will say, "Go fuck yourself," And another thing, the National Guard, or anybody um, in the FBI or CIA, military personnel, including the National Guard, including police officers, they can utilize the conscientious objector law and not take orders from Washington. They can do that in honor of the Constitution, in defending the U.S. Constitution. That short of really protecting and defending the U.S. Constitution, getting rough. All right. All right, let's get the show on the road here. What the fuck's going on here? Hey. Economic justice reform. All right, well, play.
Good evening, West Virginia! Like you said, my name is Johanna Vance, and I'm proud to call this place my home.
Let me see. I mean, it's a long rally. Let me.
Riddled with a
Right. We'll talk. Let me see when Bill. There he is. He's in.
Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders.
Thank you, Charleston. In case you haven't noticed, there are a lot of people here. Let me love you too. Let me thank Whistle and Fish for the music. Let me thank Joanna Vance, Morgan Fowler, Maria Gunno, and Zach Shrewsbury for their comments. So, some of you may be wondering, what is a senator from the great state of Vermont doing in the great state of West Virginia? And I will give you the answer. I happen not to believe in blue state, red state nonsense. In my state, Mr. Trump got, I think, 33% of the vote. In your state, he got 70% of the vote. But you know what? What I have learned and what I believe from the bottom of my heart is whether you're a working class.
Okay. The video does not have sound. All right. This happened once before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check something here. I'm going to check something out here. It says here, share the audio. Okay, the audio is being shared. I checked the box. Check the box. Let's see. Okay, let me do this again. And Ed, if you're still there, let me know if you hear anything.
They're bootlickers. Cowards. Come in. They've been the knee to a false king.
3% of the
Organize your communities.
So, some of you may be wondering, what is the senator from the great state of Vermont doing in the great state of West Virginia? And I will give you the answer. I happen not to believe in blue state nonsense. In my state, Mr. Trump got, I think, 33% of the vote.
Yeah, well, it doesn't surprise me because it's West Virginia, and being that it's West Virginia, it's a red state. It's one of those red evangelical inbred states, you know, like the people that kept re-electing Mitch McConnell in Kentucky. The people live in shacks. They don't have a pot to piss in, but just because they're pro-life, you know, and the Democrats are baby killers, you know how it goes. They shoot themselves in both feet, not just one foot, both feet. They don't have a pot to piss in, yet they vote for people that only work for the rich and will never do a damn thing for them. Yeah, that's basically it. That's why you don't have a big rally. But when he's in other cities, in other states, he has legions. I mean, it's like you could see the people for miles.
In your state, he got 70% of the vote. But you know what? What I have learned and what I believe from the bottom of my heart is whether you're a working class person in Vermont or a working class person here in West Virginia, the issues and the struggles you face are exactly the same.
Really, so on my end, because I'm playing it, it's perfect. But on your end, it's very low volume and it's choppy, and it's not worth playing. Interesting. Now, what happened when I played the video about Taco Bell, about the toxic, phony beef? Was that loud and clear? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, how was the audio with the Taco Bell? Because yeah, these rallies are coming from Twitter. Well, let me try something else. You know what? If it's not worth playing, I'm not going to play it. Let's see. I'm not going to play it. Let's see. Play a little red pill. Oh, it's doing this shit. I'm not gonna deal with that. Let me just check something. Again. Son of a bitch. Nope. It ain't working either. It's Zuckerberg with his you can't control the damn video. The video automatically plays, but you can't pause it. I'm not saying they're all like that, but let me leave a message. Oh boy. Hey, where the fuck are my co-hosts? Where the fuck is everybody? Come on, give me a fucking break. Unbelievable. It's a good thing I have a lot of people commenting in the commentary section. I mean, come on, man. All right. I left a message on my private Open Topic Talk private chat group on Facebook Messenger called Open Topic Talk. You know, people that are listening are welcome to join it if you have Facebook Messenger. It's called Open Topic Talk. I'm gonna have to get rough. You know, I have to leave a bunch of middle fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. There'll be some middle fingers. What the fuck, man? These people really do suck. Motherfuckers. Hi, Mega. Yeah, I was trying to change the name of my Twitch account to Open Topic Talk or Progressive Discussion, so I had to use what I originally used when I first created my first social media account. When I first created, oh my God, what was it? The first thing I ever had was MySpace. Remember that guy Tom with the white T-shirt? MySpace. That was my first introduction to social media, and that's what I was. I was Megalife21. But I tried to change it on Twitch. They won't let me change it. But anyway, thank you, Cosmic Protocol Band. You play like some kind of new age rock or techno or something? I like that. I like that kind of music. You know what happened? I used to have a Twitch account called Progressive Discussions, and I don't know what happened. They terminated my account. Like on TikTok, I'm on my third account. Anytime you get controversial and you deal with hard-hitting truth, some of these pieces of shit, upper management, I don't know who to blame. There's some Asian guy that owns TikTok. They censor everything. Like if somebody talks shit to you and you get pissed off and curse them out, TikTok will remove it immediately, and then they'll send you a warning. But anyway, yeah, I'm on my third account, but I still have almost 4,000 followers there, even though I'm on my third account, because a lot of people love my material. All of my political banners and uploads, they love it. What can I say? 4,000, almost 4,000. So on Twitch, I got a warning and a termination at the same time, which is not fair. So now I'm just letting it ride, letting it go. And you know what the problem is? They take every complaint like seriously without investigating. Like if somebody complains about you on social media, they automatically, well, they shouldn't do that, but on certain platforms, they'll just automatically penalize you or punish you for it without investigating and trying to get two sides. mixed genre, funk, jazz, soul, salsa, classical. I like salsa. I like jazz. Yeah, I like it all. I like classical, like Vivaldi's Four Seasons or Bach. Uh, Mostly Vivaldi. You know who's great? Tangerine Dream. If you like new age kind of, I don't know what you would classify it as. New age electronic, or I do like techno, especially that guy that wears the mask, Boris Brecha, I think his name is. He wears this real wild Renaissance mask when he does his concerts. You know, when he produces his techno electronic, it's really good. And the famous place for techno seems to be Tomorrowland in Belgium, I believe. Good. So that's why they're not allowing me to change the name to Progressive Discussions, because they, I think that the account is still there. It's not managed. It's like in limbo. They did. Zuckerberg did the same thing to my Facebook page, Progressive Discussions. He unpublished it. There's no management there anymore. It's just existing, but it's not. Nothing's happening with it. And we were set up. We were set up and accused of something that we didn't do there, because the cocksucking multi-billionaire doesn't want the real truth to get out, especially if you're a progressive. Now, let me see if anybody noticed my comment. You know, I'm supposed to have a co-host here, two co-hosts. I swear, you people are real bona fide cocksuckers. Did I ever tell you people that? You're real bona fide pieces of shit. I'm here. It's a good thing I got a lot of fast and furious commentary here on my live stream. But where's the panelists? Where the fuck are you, motherfuckers? I mean, I got one guy is probably pussy whipped. You know, if somebody's married or living with somebody, you know, just because the woman spreads her legs, you know, right away she thinks that that she owns her boyfriend or husband and she can tell him what to do. You know, who the hell is this? Oh, my co-host that's supposed to be here just posted something, not even realizing what I'm. Wait until he plays it. Yeah, I don't care. Let him get pissed off. You know what I should do? You seem like a real cool guy. If you wanna promote. Oh no, I'm right across the Hudson River from Manhattan. I'm in Bergen County, New Jersey, but I'm right next to the next town from Fort Lee, where the George Washington Bridge is. I must be about 15 minutes by bus from Midtown Port Authority. Yeah, I'm in Bergen County, but I'm literally up the hill and around the corner from the Hudson River. But I'm originally 20 minutes. My hometown is Lodi, New Jersey, which is 20 minutes west here in Bergen County, which is right near where the pro wrestler Liv Morgan is from, Elmwood Park, New Jersey. My hometown is by her. And oh, you're in Brooklyn? No shit. You know, I should send a link to my buddy in Brooklyn. He lives in Brighton Beach. He's not from Brooklyn, but he's originally from the Bronx. But he's a celebrity performing artist, rock musician. He toured with Billy Preston, and he owns the Northern Lights tie-dye company. They make tie-dye clothing. He's a songwriter. He's now a licensed journalist. He's an ordained minister now. You know what? Let me send him. Yeah, let me send him the link. And let me also send a link to my friend Jordy from Scotland, who creates techno music. Let me send him the link. And I'm going to do something else. And you don't, you don't have to come on with video if you don't want. Hold on. That's not it. What's this? What is going on here? Okay. That's the link to come on the show. Hey, Sid. Hey, brah. Where is the alcoholic from Florida? Yeah, where is he? He's the guy that's married. His wife won't, all of a sudden his wife won't let him do anything. He shows up wasted, smokes weed all day, yeah, and he insults other people on the panel. Yeah, is Paul too scared to come back on? I doubt it. Yeah, so Cosmic, if you want to come on a show and talk about your music. Well, who am I going to come on? Are you going to come on? Why don't you come on? Sid? And I'll play a bunch of Red Pills. Oh, now he's listening to it. Oh, for fuck. You know, give me a fucking break. Yeah, unfortunately, the audio on the Bernie Sanders rally was choppy. It was not that good. But it was coming from Twitter. Maybe I should find it on YouTube. But it's a good thing I'm getting a lot of commentary. So it created a lot of back and forth banter. And my guests and co-hosts, they pulled a no-show. So it's a good thing I have a lot of commentary going on. Yeah, I mean, what the fuck can I do? Why? I don't know. You know how I get his attention? I call him, and then I hang up. So his phone rings, and he can see the link. Yeah, they're really not reliable. You're right, Sid. They're not reliable people. Yeah, because I don't feel like paying. I don't feel like paying for any premium. I don't pay for shit. If it's free, it's for me. I get unlimited hours with this studio. Now, with the other ones, you only get like maybe 20 free hours per month of live streaming. I get unlimited. I can be on day and night ranting and raving, and it's always free. That's the price I pay, is having their fucking name in the upper right-hand corner. The German lesbian. Oh no, she's married. She's not a lesbian. She's got a husband. Listen, since nobody is any good, you should come on, Sid. And instead of putting everybody down, you know, you're a smart guy. Yeah, it's my show, but I don't feel like paying anybody. I don't. I'm a far left democratic socialist. I don't believe in helping people in business get, especially established people. I don't believe in helping them become richer than they already are. You know what I got to get? I got to get some, speaking of Brooklyn, I got to get some more of that Brooklyn Brewery lager, or the ale that has the lime in it. They have an ale with lime. Brooklyn Brewery. Outstanding craft beer at a low price. Yeah, so I tolerate. Now, if I try to get rid of the restream, then they're gonna tell me to upgrade. Watch. Upgrade now, it says. Here's what I say. I got an itch in the middle of my forehead. Oh, you want me to upgrade? Here, I'll upgrade. It's like, you know what else is a racket? It really is a scamming racket. All the dating apps that they have today. If somebody, let's say somebody messages you, let's say a girl likes you, right? And she sends you a message just to communicate with her a little bit. The app wants you to keep buying credits just to communicate with them. Fuck that. And then the credits, from what I understand, they don't last long. And then what's suspicious, if you try to get them to talk to you somewhere else, like on WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger or wherever, to talk privately, they make an excuse as, let's just continue chatting here for now. So it makes me think they must be working for the company, or are they bots? They must be working for the company to keep men on the app. Deliberately keep men on the app. Yeah, he's doing too many of those hard liquor taste testing. Too many, if you know what I mean. He started off doing a few, and then it grew from there. Well, they're all intoxicated, I mean, everybody I know from those liquor, even the craft beer review shows, they're always drunk. And I think it might be an excuse, doing the review shows. I think it might be an excuse to just get drunk with other people on the internet. That's probably what it is. Well, let me see. Let me do a little. Let me do a little red pill here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to. Oh, here we go. Okay. Do a little red pill. In honor of Sid. In honor of Sid. Do a little red pill. Okay. Got it. What the fuck is going on here? All right. I'll do a little red pill. That's right. That's right. Little red pill. I'm gonna go on with the red pill. Gotta love that red pill. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. In honor of Sid. The video has no audio. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You see, this is a problem. All right. All right. Now let me know. All right. Now let me know if there's audio. The problem is the fucking studio is fucking with me. That's what it is. The studio's fucking with me. Let me know if you hear this. Son of a bitch.
So I went to a single event, and when I got there, it was literally 90% women. And I was like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go now.
You know, I don't know what I find funnier as more and more women are making these videos. The fact that they're finally figuring out that men are done. They're walking away from dating. They're walking away from relationships in marriage. They don't want anything to do with women anymore. Or the fact that today's modern women can't seem to understand that they are the reason why men are walking away from dating, relationships, and marriage. Well, ladies, to quote someone from a long, long time ago, let me explain it to you, Lucy. And I'm doing so knowing full well it's a complete and utter waste of time because 99% of the women that watch this are going to fall into one of two camps. The ones that will not take any accountability or responsibility and will immediately jump in the comments to deny that this is the reality. Or the other ones who can't deal with the aforementioned reality and accountability that they do need to take, and therefore will shut themselves down rather than have to listen to it. But
hold on. Is it all right now? Yeah, I'm gonna have to get nasty with the tech support, because if I have the audio turned on with the previous videos that I played earlier in the show, then it should be kept on for the ones now. Why would it shut off? It really fucking pisses me off, you know.
for that 1% that might actually listen, here's the reality for y'all. For years now, you've all run around saying you don't want men, you don't need men, you just want them to leave you alone. And if you didn't say it, you allowed other women to say it for you and never told them to stop. You allowed those women to speak for you and to tell men to go away, which is exactly what men are doing. Yet you're all sitting here shocked that men are actually doing what you asked, because you've all convinced each other that men don't listen to you, when in fact, we do. We hear you loud and clear. And yet here you are wondering why there's no men at these dating events. I mean, really? Then of course there's the never-ending ridiculous demands, higher standards you've all come up with, where you expect men to be perfect, where you'll deride them for being less than 6 feet tall or making less than six figures, even though the overwhelming majority of men fall into one or both of those camps. And don't even get me started on these six-pack abs and 6-inch you-know-what, which you all demand men have, but when men hold you to similar criteria, you scream it's not fair, it's body shaming. I'm sorry to tell you, ladies, but contrary to the belief you all have, we're not dumb. We see and hear what you're saying. We see it for the double standards and utter hypocrisy that it is, and we're not going to deal with it. But hey, you can keep chasing those perfect 10s, the less than 5% of guys that actually meet all those criteria, even though the reality is, for most of you, you don't stand a chance of getting one of those guys, because they could have any woman they want, and they're not going to settle for an average woman, which is what most of you are. Just like most men are average also. And just like you've rejected all those average men as not worthy enough, well, I hate to break it to you, they're now rejecting you because you're not worthy enough. The difference being that, unlike women rejecting men for superficial things like not having six-pack abs or being 6 foot tall or making six-figure income, men are rejecting the average woman because they've become so toxic, so ridiculous with their demands, so utterly narcissistic that it's simply not worth engaging with them. Ladies, you need to look in the mirror and ask yourselves a serious question. Why? As in, why would you think men would want anything to do with you? Would want to be anywhere near you, let alone go on dates or be in relationships with you? Why would you think we'd want to put up with that toxic behavior? And before you all go screaming, it's not fair to label us all that way, remember the other thing that I haven't brought up yet, but I will now. The whole Me Too movement. The one where you scream to the high heavens, it's all men till it's no men. Or that every man should be assumed to be bad until he proves himself to be good. Well, ladies, guess what? The reverse is true too. It's all women till it's no women. And as for women proving themselves to be good, not bad, well, we'll get back to you when we actually find one like that. The reality of the world is today's women have made it completely unsafe for men to be anywhere near them. The risk of a false allegation of harassment or worse is simply too great. And while you all love to scream that they're rare, the reality is it happens by the millions every single year, and men know it. This is especially true at things like dating events, because it's every bit as likely for a man that you're going to turn around and claim he's harassing you, or that you'll mock him, humiliate him, even go so far as making videos about him because you find it amusing that he actually thought he might have a chance with you when he's not even in your league, which is hilarious since most of the women who do these things aren't in any man's league, which is why later on in life they end up making videos demeaning men and putting them down, because they've ended up broke, bitter, and alone. And they want to encourage as many women to join them in their misery. So I hope you all truly are strong and independent, because that's your future. It's why I've already invested in companies that make things like cat food and boxed wine, and why I'm already seeing a huge return on my investment. And it's only going to get better. So you're going to have to be strong and independent, because you're not going to have that partner in life who will support you. It wasn't men's idea. It was yours. Y'all made your bed. Now you're going to get to lie in it. Alone.
This guy's great. Yeah, cat food. Get it? He's investing in cat food because the women that are alone become crazy cat ladies. Holy crap. That's true. Okay. This is really, it's very annoying. What am I going to do on it? What do you mean no sound? No sound again? You kidding me? So the video I just played, that long video, had no sound? This is really getting out of hand. You had sound? So what is Sid talking about? The guy that puts everybody down all the time. What are you, fucking busting my balls, Sid? Saying that there's no sound? What if it's Red Rooster? That guy's cruising for a fucking bruiser, Red Rooster.
I think it's safe to say that women officially lost it. Lost it over the fact that we as men have collectively decided we no longer want to date them, marry them, or really even talk to them. And their desperation over that, their desperation to understand why, is growing by leaps and bounds. For example,
the amount of men that are broke, don't want to be providers, or spend their money to take a woman out to nice places. What do you want then? Do you even like women? Maybe you should be dating men. These types of guys are wondering what they're getting in return when they're getting her presents. Women can afford their own dinner. They don't need to be there, and they don't understand. There can only be one princess.
Now,
did you see how much cosmetics that Asian girl had on? Why doesn't she remove all of her cosmetics and then tell everyone what she brings to the table? The men are paying for her presence? Oh, big deal. If a man's not going to get a return on his investment, then he might as well just hang out with his friends and spend money on himself. Take himself out to dinner.
the irony of her comments are simply delicious, aren't they? It is absolutely amazing how they cannot see that the toxicity and insanity that they display in videos just like this are the very reason why men are done and walking away. It speaks to their ridiculous demand and expectations. Let's review some of them, shall we? First, she complains about the amount of men that she says are broke, don't want to be providers, or spend their money to take a woman out to a nice place. Which again, just proves the mindset that today's modern women have, which is that men are nothing more than a source of income, a source of wealth and status, a source of provision to them. That's it. Men aren't human beings. They aren't worthy of love, caring, or concern. Their only reason for existing is to generate money and then give it to women in the form of expensive dinners, presents, or all the other things that women expect while offering nothing, literally nothing in return. You'd have better luck Venmoing your life savings to a Nigerian prince than spending anything on a woman with that kind of mindset. At least the prince is honest about taking your money and leaving. Sorry, ladies, but it's not that men are broke, as you all are running around saying. It's that they've realized you aren't worth spending even a dime on anymore. Thin dime. She then continues her, let's call it, reaching out to men by asking, what do you want then? Well, darling, what men want is to be seen. What we want is to be heard. What we want is for you to stop treating us as a walking wallet and start treating us as a human being. A human being with thoughts, feelings, and emotions. A human being with wants, desires, goals, and expectations of our own. Something most of you are utterly incapable of respecting, let alone even acknowledging as acceptable. And your condescension and derision proves that. But it gets even better. Next, we resort to the new insult and attempt to be derogatory towards men that seems to be exploding. You know, where they imply that any man who doesn't spend all his money on them must be gay. As I've said time and again, it blows my mind just how prominent this has become. It shows how homophobic these women are that they use the implication of being gay in such a derogatory way. So what if he's gay? Why would that matter? Why would that make him lesser as a man or human being? Because that's exactly what you're saying when you say that. Just because a man doesn't want you doesn't mean he's gay. It just means he's unwilling to put up with your insanity, your delusions, and frankly, your mindset. It's 2025. I thought we were past all that, but apparently not. And then moving on like clockwork, she falls back on the biggest thing that she and most women these days think makes them priceless. Their presence. Oh, sweetheart, I hate to tell you this, but for most of you, your presence ranks somewhere between getting a pair of used socks and a worn-out toothbrush for Christmas. Sorry, cupcakes, but your presence actually means nothing to us. In fact, if anything, it's a negative thing. Kind of like the equivalent of getting an inbox full of spam or an IRS audit. Sure, they're there, but it doesn't mean anyone's happy to see them. Hell, a double root canal with no Novocaine performed by Dr. Zell, I'll let you go look him up for reference, would be more enjoyable than spending an hour of our time with you. And then, of course, she goes on to the next thing they love to throw out, which is women can afford their own dinner and don't need to be there. That shtick. Okay, then, go do it. Why are you bothering us? Why are you asking where did we go and why are we rejecting you if you can go be happy, go be strong and independent, and go eat your dinners all alone? Honestly, we're good. Seriously. In fact, we're the ones who come out ahead, so by all means, go enjoy that expensive dinner sitting at the table alone in the crowded restaurant. We sincerely hope you have a good time, though it's pretty obvious you aren't. In the end, this woman represents the overwhelming majority of today's modern women and how they think. It proves just where they're at. She's not the exception, but the rule. And it's why, men, we need to keep doing what we're doing. We need to keep walking away and letting them know they aren't the princess, but the pea. The pea that is small, irritating, and one that will never manage to grow into anything.
Yeah, you're doing the men a favor. You're saving them money. Now, there's a lot of women that have been going to bat for men. You know, it's not all women attacking men. I mean, goodies. Yeah, that was funny, wasn't it? Her presence. I mean, if you're, listen, if you're not going to get a return on your investment with her presence, just like without her presence, so you might as well save a bundle and spend that extra money on yourself. If you're not going to get anything from her, you know, if it's only her presence that you're paying for, it's ridiculous. You don't need unnecessary drama and stress in your life. The most important thing is good health, family, if you get along with your family, you know, if they're nice people. I don't really have them. They're not nice people. And peace of mind, very important. Health and peace of mind is really most important. You're paying for my presence, right? You notice she had a lot of makeup on. Heavy lipstick, heavy everything. I've seen what women look like without their cosmetics, especially those that are very skilled at putting cosmetics on. The eyes, the lips, everything. They look like a totally different female. So you don't know you really don't know what you're getting. All right. Well, before I do anything, yeah, let me know if you could hear this one. I hope so.
That today's men know. It's that we're damned if we do and damned if we don't. No matter what action we take or what we say, women are going to find fault with it. They'll never appreciate us for what we do. They'll never acknowledge in a positive way anything we do. And they'll always look for the negative. And when I say things like that, the ladies tend to get really upset, saying, "That's not true. We're not like that." Well, ladies, I give you Exhibit A.
So I went on a first date and a car was about to hit me and he grabbed me and pulled me away. And I don't know why, but that just gave me the ick because it's literally the first date. Why are you so obsessed with me? Like, it was just so desperate. And it's like, play it cool.
As I said, men are damned if they do and damned if they don't. Here she is making a video calling out a guy for following the sidewalk rule and protecting her when she was about to get hit by a car, apparently. And she has a problem with that. I guess logically we have to assume that he should have just let her get hit by the car, get injured, and potentially, well, not be around anymore. And rather than appreciate that he did that, here she is making a video on TikTok calling him out for doing it. Does anyone want to guess what would have happened if he didn't do it? Well, of course. She'd be making a video saying, "Why didn't he protect me? Why did he let me get hit? Why didn't he follow the sidewalk rule? What happened to real men?" As I said, men are damned if they do and damned if they don't. So the honest truth is, the best option for men these days is just to avoid women completely. And when we're around them, to let them fend for themselves. Because as I said, nothing we do is ever acknowledged, let alone appreciated. At least not in a positive way. And for all you ladies out there who love to jump in my comments and say, "It's not all women," well, I hate to break it to you, but it is. Because now we're following the same rules and applying the same standards that you've applied to men for decades now. It's called equality. Y'all wanted it. Now you got it.
Why did that girl think that the man was being desperate and needy for grabbing her? He was saving her life. I don't get it. I really don't get it. So he should let her get hit by the car? That guy. Now this guy's really good. This guy's videos. This guy's really right on target. I'll just play a little more of this. I don't know how much longer.
Never beg. Gentlemen, there's no begging. There's no begging, there's no pleading, there's no, I want explanations. If she wants to go, let me tell you something. Her explaining why she no longer wants to be in a relationship is not going to help you. As soon as she tells you that she wants out and she's unhappy, it's bye-bye. Gentlemen, if she cheats, it's done. It's done. End the relationship privately. Plan your exit privately. She starts improving herself. Starts losing weight, looking prettier, using makeup, wearing her hair different. She's actively trying to increase her sexual market value, and she's taxiing the runway, preparing for takeoff. When women decide to leave you, they thought about it for a long time. It's not spontaneous. What happens is that was just the straw, or the one bean on the scale that tipped it, where she said, that's it, this marriage is over. If you meet a woman and she apologizes, admits she's wrong, and promises to change, dump her immediately, because it might be a man. Women never do that.
Interesting. Yeah, this guy's always put out good material. Let's see. I got more. I have more red pill. What the fuck is going on here? Yeah. All right. These suck. Oh, here we go.
Give up his independence for a woman, because as soon as you do, you leave yourself at the mercy of her emotions, and her emotions can change at the drop of a hat. And the moment that she decides that she is no longer attracted to you, that's it. The relationship's over. You're out. And if you have given up your house, if you've given up your hobbies, if you've given up your friends, if you've given up your financial independence, that's it. You're screwed. You see, this is the typical thing that happens. We meet a woman, and when we first meet her, she is the most wonderful thing we've ever met. I mean, this, you know, we're talking blowjobs while you're driving. Like, she will be doing everything she can to get you to fall in love with her, to pull you into her world. And so we move in together. We start sharing the bills. Everything that was about us as our independence, we give it up. And the problem is, when that happens, once she has you hooked, that's when she will begin to test you. This is just typical female nature. This is when the arguments will start. This is when her moods will begin to shift, to see how you cope, how far she can push you, in order to see how far she can break you. And the thing is, the more she manages to break you, the less attracted she becomes to you. And the less attracted she becomes to you, the less she wants to be around you. Now, if you as a man have given up your independence, you're stuck. Once she begins to test you in this way, you have no other choice but to accept it. As a man, you should be able to walk away at any given time. You should have a place you can go. You see, I will never ever give up that motorhome again. You can just see it there. I will never give it up, because I know that if I get into another relationship, I can always go back there. As soon as things start to get out of hand with the woman that I'm with, I can go. And as illogical as this may sound, this makes you more attractive as a man. And women, you'll see the women in my comments here say, this is not true, this is not true. Because women don't even recognize their own nature. She will try and break you to see how far she can push you. And the more she can push you, the more she can break you, the less attractive she will become. See, I know now that before I get into another relationship, I will have my own empire built. I will have my own house. I will have my own hobbies. I will have my own mission, my own purpose. And that will not be given up for a woman. And I know that that will be appreciated more. Because when you give up your independence for a woman, you give all your power over to her and therefore to her emotions. And that leaves you as a man extremely exposed.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. What the fuck is... let me just play these. Well, any of you Twitchers or YouTubers have anything on your mind that you want to vent about? Feel free. Shit. Why does it keep doing this? I have no idea. Hold on for a second. Again, the video doesn't have sound? Oh no, that was before. Okay. Bro, your ass. The rolls. The only thing a man is really obligated to do is pay taxes and die. Unless you're rich, then you don't pay taxes. The man doesn't have to do anything. All this bullshit about provider. You provide my ass.
How lonely? Oh, sweetie, I hate to break it to you, but men aren't actually lonely at all. They're liberated. So you're going to be waiting a long time for us to, how did you put it? Oh, right. Start acting right. And that toxic attitude displayed by your belief that men need to start acting right is exactly why men aren't lonely. In fact, they're starting to thrive as they realize just how toxic the female mindset is towards them, and how there's no benefit to even talking or being around women, let alone being in relationships with them.
The toxic mindset that women have where they think men need to start acting right and say so by being insulting, demeaning, dismissive, downright delusional is exactly why there isn't a male loneliness epidemic, but a female one. It speaks volumes how y'all expect men to change, to be better, but think you as women are perfect. It's exactly why, in reality, men aren't lonely, but have walked away. They've escaped the drama, escaped the ridiculous expectations and demands, escaped the absolute hypocrisy and double standards today's modern women display all day, every day. Perhaps, ladies, instead of posting things like this, you could take a step back and ask yourselves, shouldn't we be practicing what we preach? Shouldn't we be the ones who also change? But we all know that's never going to happen, because the next time a woman takes accountability and responsibility for her words, deeds, and actions will be the first time a woman takes accountability and responsibility for her, well, you get the idea.
All right. Okay, come on with this fucking shit. I don't know why it does this. Why does it keep doing this? This is really fucked up.
A female narcissist has 3 faces, and every man needs to know what they are. The first face is the public mask. To friends, family, co-workers, she's charming, helpful, and everyone's favorite person. She's the kind of woman who hosts parties, volunteers at school, and always puts on a show of being the perfect partner. No one would ever believe she's anything but amazing. Second face, the private manipulator. Behind closed doors, everything changes. She criticizes, belittles, controls, and gaslights you. Your needs don't matter, and she makes you feel crazy for even bringing them up. This is where most men get trapped because nobody else sees it. Third face, the victim. Whenever she's confronted or risks being exposed, she suddenly becomes the one who's hurt. Tears, dramatic stories, and accusations fly. She'll play the victim with family, therapists, even your own kids, just to flip the script and make you look like the bad guy. So if you are constantly confused, walking on eggshells, or feeling like you are fighting an invisible battle, pay attention to those 3 faces. It's not your fault. A narcissistic woman doesn't have one face. She has 7, and if you don't spot them all, you'll get trapped. Brother, she's a shapeshifter. Her goal is control, and she'll change masks depending on what she wants from you. These are the 7 faces you need to recognize before they destroy you. Face number 1, the charmer. At the start, she's everything you have ever wanted. Sweet, attentive, magnetic. It's bait. Face number 2, the victim. Whenever she risks being exposed, she suddenly becomes helpless and wounded, so you feel guilty for holding her accountable. Face number 3, the critic. Once you are hooked, she chips away at your confidence with subtle jabs and jokes that aren't even funny. Face 4, the seducer. She uses intimacy as a weapon, giving it to reward you, withholding it to punish you. Face 5, the Ice Queen. When you don't comply, she gives you the silent treatment, making you feel invisible until you bend. Face 6, the Saboteur. She'll quietly sabotage your relationships, your career, your reputation, to keep you isolated and dependent. And Face 7, the Saint. In public, she's kind, generous, even admired. So no one, of course, will believe what she does behind closed doors. The danger isn't in one of these faces. It's in how quickly she can switch between them. If you have seen even 3 of these, it's not a coincidence. It's a pattern. A narcissistic woman doesn't have one face. She has
I like this guy. This guy's right on the money. This guy is right on the money. Let's see. Play one more. Just caught in the trap. I can't get out. Elvis Presley, right? Caught in the trap.
Never, ever believe a woman when she says she loves you. Never, never, ever, ever. Add to it for now. I love you for now. It's better to be single and wish you were married than to be married and wish you were single. Women never leave a man and go to nothing. They always monkey branch to another man. You know how monkeys swing from tree to tree? And they're always hoping that the next branch they swing to is a little bit higher than the last one. When a woman leaves you, she does it for one reason only. She thinks that she can do better. Your attitude needs to be this, even though it hurts, even though it's frustrating, even though you feel grief after a divorce or breakup. Your attitude has to be, okay, I'll be fine without you. She starts improving herself, starts losing weight, looking prettier, using makeup, wearing her hair different. She's actively trying to increase her sexual market value, and she's taxiing the runway, preparing for takeoff.
Yeah, oh, this guy's good. He's another one that's has excellent material. That should be it. I mean, I got a whole bunch of, women that are going to bat for men. I mean, I could play one of them. Let me just play the most recent one I got. Oh, shut the fuck up. The ugly fuck.
What if men aren't dating women now because all they can afford is a man?
And what if those very same men that someone is trying not so subtly to disparage actually just don't want to date the types of women that apparently can't take care of themselves or support themselves and only want a man in their lives because they need a meal ticket, but yet at the same time will try to tell everyone how independent they are?
Yeah, they're hypocrites. That's what that means. That's exactly what that means. They play the strong, independent feminist that doesn't need a man, and then they need a man, and they complain after they abuse him that men don't want them. Let's see. Again, it's stupid. Son of a bitch. Okay, let's see what else we have here. See how much more I got. This is all red pill talk from the smart woman. This is funny.
Look at the. Oh my god. Touch a boob, buy a drink. I mean, it's like very simple.
She's so mad. Okay, why is she mad? Well, because she got all dolled up. See that tight fitted orange dress, right? Did her hair, went to the nail salon, got a special little mani-pedi, you know. Maybe did a little waxing because she thought she was gonna get funky that night, you know, right? And she went out and no one is giving her any time. Attractive girl. So she's like, what is going on? She goes home, she looks in the mirror, she's like, making sure. She's like, no, I look good, right? Asked her friends, like, is this look? Oh yeah, you look amazing, which they'll say even if she doesn't look amazing. But oh, honey, any guy would be just so lucky to have you. I know, right? And like, her and all her friends are just like, why? I told you, guys are tired. Guys are tired of you. They're tired of you pretending to want to take them seriously when you really just want the free drinks. They're tired of going up to you and you being like, thanks for the drink, you know, doing this game you do. Tired. They're tired of the takers. They're tired. They don't want to deal with any of that. They're tired of, oh, you know, you meet all of these qualifications, right? You know, you got all the qualifications and she's talking to you and she's like, oh, but, you know, there's this one thing. He has a boat and it's red and I don't like the color red. Oh, right? Because they feel like they can be so picky that they've got everything met, but they can just nitpick about everything, right? They're tired of you. You want guys to come up to you, change your attitude, change your strategy, treat them differently, and that's going to have to happen over a long period of time, right? It took decades to get here. Guys finally saying, I am done. with you. And social media played a big part because now they go on socials and they see women talking all their crap. So they're like, oh, I know what's going on now behind the scenes. When I walk away after buying you that drink, I know you're making a fool out of me. They're like, I'm done. You're going to make a fool out of me? Honey, now I'm going to make a fool out of you. I'm going to sit at that bar. I'm going to drink my scotch. I'm not buying you nothing. I'm not even looking your way. That's what's going on. Change your attitude. It's going to take a long time for guys to feel like you've changed genuinely, and then you'll see. But for now, especially in the cities, guys are just sitting back with their drink, and they're just letting this drama unfold. It's hilarious. It's like, they're frazzled cats. Frazzled cats. Ooh. Very entertaining. All right. This one also went extremely viral on, I think it was TikTok. It is TikTok. Okay. Single girl, 30 years old. Just pay attention to her expression and how do you think this woman is actually feeling? Let's listen to what she has to say.
Hey. Got cut short there. Didn't get a chance to hear about this 30-year-old frazzled cat. Shut up. This woman is horrible. This married woman is horrible. Wait till you hear this bitch. The things that this married woman refuses to do. Yep. They're using them. She's absolutely right. Right there. You got one more here. Well, I got the last one is called 9/11 Truth. 9/11 Truth. It's pretty hitting. Maybe I should just play that last one. This is Progressive Discussions, Open Topic Talk, and we are streaming live from YouTube and Twitch. YouTube and there we go. Yeah, doesn't make sense. That's the problem. Let's see. This song is called 9/11 Truth. Hold on.
Why did the owner of the World Trade Center get maximum insurance against terrorist attacks 6 weeks prior to September 11th? Why did the owner have breakfast in the towers every morning except for September 11th? The day before September 11th, Rumsfeld gave a press conference where he talked about trillions of dollars missing.
Our financial systems are decades old. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions.
Why was CNN already there before the attacks with a camera crew ready to film? Why was there an unidentified group of short cells purchased against airline companies right before the attacks? Why was every passenger incinerated in the explosion, but the terrorist passport somehow survived? Why was a report published a year before 9/11 by George W. Bush's administration saying they needed to aggressively expand military power worldwide, but they need a catalyzing Pearl Harbor level event in order to gain public support?
Yeah. Definitely red flags. Definitely strange. Okay, that should wrap it up. Thank you for joining me for Progressive Discussions Open Topic Talk. I want to thank everyone for coming aboard. I just want to welcome a really great guy, a new person, Cosmic Protocol Band. Cosmic Protocol Band from Twitch. Thank you for stopping by. And another gentleman from Twitch. I want to thank him. I want to thank Gabriel Celaya from Buckeye, Arizona. Masumi from Chiba Prefecture, Japan. My brother from another mother like no other. Ed Krasenstein. I want to thank him. I took the advice of Ed Krasenstein and I blocked 2 individuals that are definitely disruptors and trolls, like he said. What was his name again? What happened to him? Oh, Harmadam. D. Harmadam from Australia. I want to thank him for stopping by. And that should do it. Okay. Until next time, thank you. Have an enjoyable Sunday tomorrow. And have an equally enjoyable, safe, and healthy upcoming week. We are getting close to the end of August 2025, which means Labor Day weekend is around the corner. And don't forget, the last Sunday of August, I do the special show on Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, called The 5 Forms of Divination, which is fortune telling for the United States of America as a country. And it is done by my OpenAI consultant, the Mystifying Oracle. The Mystifying Oracle. My special consultant that will conduct the 5 forms